Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe, and today we got a special one for you. We're going to be cracking some packs on MTG Arena. Before we get started, just a reminder, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. Just helps keeping the content coming. So I've been saving up a couple packs, so I thought we'd just crack it all in one shot, just building up our collection of the new Ravnica. We already got our Crasises. We crafted those. So we're really just looking for some more Shocklands to finish up our mana base, but see what we get. So first pack, nothing really good in the uncommon slot, and Amplifier. 4 mana at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card until the end of the next turn. Amplifier's base power becomes twice that card's power, and its base toughness becomes double. Put the revealed card on bottom of your library. So not a very good card to start off with. Pack 2, Orzhov's Enforcers, not a bad card. Tithe Taker, this one's a good one. So during your turn, spells your opponent casts cost 1 more to cast, and abilities your opponent activates cost 1 more. So just a good taxing like Hate Bear with Afterlife 1. So that's seeing quite a bit of play in the white-based decks. Two very good cards in Limited at the uncommon slot. So our third pack is Zagana Utopian Speaker. So when Zagana enters a battlefield, if you control another creature with a 1/1 counter on it, draw a card. You can adapt for 6. It adapts 4, so it puts 4 1/1 counters on it. And then each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it has trample. So it's seeing some play as a 1 to 2 of in some of the climb decks. Just because you're playing with a lot of counters, it draws you some cards and makes creatures a bit stronger. Mortify is good. Wild card in the place. Essence Capture for the mono blue aggro list is seeing play. Emergency powers. So each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards. Exile emergency power, and if you do it during your turn, you can put a permanent with converted mana cost 7 or less. So not really seeing any play there. Another wild card. This card's also another really good one in Limited. Hero of Precinct 1. So whenever you cast a multicolor spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. So this is another good one. It's seen play in a lot of different archetypes, mainly Esper Hero, where the deck gets its name. But there's some Mardu variations as well, and like the Aristocrat builds. So this one is a good card to get. So we got Gayboys Knee, got another wild card there. Stomping Grounds. So this is great. We need some more Shocklands. We're trying to finish up our Teamer mana base. Rhythm of the Wilds, Orza, Imperious Oligarch, good uncommons that I see play. Tome of the Guild Pack. 5 mana artifact. Whenever you cast a multicolor spell, draw a card, add 1 mana of any color. Not so much on MTG Arena, but this card, especially foils, will probably command a pretty good premium in the future. In EDH, a lot of these kind of colorless go in every deck draw cards tend to hold some pretty good value. You have Vanquishers Banner, which is more specific to a creature type as opposed to just a random color requirement. So any sort of 3, 4, 5 color deck, this just reads every card you have has cycle. Haven't seen this card before. Target creature gets -1/1 until the end of the turn. If creature controls power 4 or greater, return to your hand. Another wild card. Mirror Match. 6 mana enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, you flip a coin and you keep flipping for each one, and you get to create more tokens. Kind of janky. Probably a fun build around me card in like a coin flip EDH deck. Another Tithe Taker, which is good. I think we're at 3 now for the collection. So getting closer to mono white build. More petitioners. Glass of the Guild Pack, 2 mana Anthem, multicolored creatures you control get +1/1. So there was like an Abzan glass list that's playing a lot of like the Tithe Taker style effects with the glass to pump them up. That's probably something we'll try out in the future as well. Jeff Hoogland was playing some build of it. Another wild card, Skewer the Critics. Some of the mono white decks are actually playing this. You have like one flyer out and then just make it huge with all the creatures you create. Ooh, another Judith. So Judith, the Scourge Diva, other creatures you control get +1/0. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Judith the Scourge Diva deals 1 damage to any target. So very good in Aristocrat decks. It's probably the deck I want to play next. We're pretty much there. Got another gold wild card. Incubation Druid, another good one here. Add 1 mana of any type that a land you control produces, and if it has a 1/1 counter on it, you add 3 mana instead, and you can adapt for 5 and add 3 1/1 counters. So there's some shenanigans with the 1 mana untap, put a 1/1 counter on it that you can generate some mana, like 3 mana as early as turn 2, sorry. And a Breeding Pool, another good card to pick up. So like I said, we're trying to build out our Teamer mana base. We're trying to play some Teamer Control, Wilderness Reclamation. This is one of my favorite cards from the set. 3 mana, 2/3 flyer that just gets bigger. Angel of Grace, another good card. So 5 mana Angel, flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, if that image would reduce your life to less than 1, it reduces it to 1 instead, and you can exile it from your graveyard for your life total to become 10 for 6 mana. So it's the same play in the flash decks. We're actually going to try this out in our black-white control deck as well. We have Lyra to give it lifelink, so just an end of turn play as after we hold up removal is a pretty good value. At the end of the day, a 5/4 flash flyer is good value for 5. And last pack here, Gate Colossus, obviously stand out in the Gates deck, another uncommon. Immolation Shaman. Whenever an opponent activates an ability or artifact, creature, land that isn't a mana ability, it deals 1 damage to that creature, and then it can pump it up. So nothing that good. Footland Fiend sees play in the Aristocrat builds. So not bad. We got a couple shock lands, got another hero, and some Tithe Takers, and an Angel of Grace. So we'll keep at it. So we'll come back with some more gameplay videos. So let me know what you think of our pulls, and thanks for watching.